Benin area to the general administration of the Urohbo area. You see it? It was in 1938 year that the ownership of Jesse was taken over from Benin and now given to the Urohbo Administrative Council. So the one that Jesse year, and that land, that Jesse land, now Benin now get that land. It was up till in 1938, the government. So the reason why I'm reading this thing for you about this Jesse is to let you know that the government also helped other tribes to try to marginalize the Benin Empire. That's what I want to establish. That's what they also did to when they classified Benin into the Western region. They are Urohbo and what have you. They were looking after the British took over or conquered the Benin Empire. They were not looking for means to now make sure that the word Benin goes into extinction. It was not only in the West, they also did it in Delta. Look at it here. He said the government reform of 1938 gave rise to the transfer of Jesse land, of Jesse Urohbo people from the Benin area to the general administration of the Urohbo area. You see how the British and the government connived in order to make sure that they marginalize or belittle the Benin Empire. I will read more and more, but I just want to talk about that issue of Jesse for a year. Are you getting my point? That is that. Then let us look at which other one I want to talk about.
Question.
I'm here.
Please, can you enlighten me on, because Urohbo people, all their kings, the 26 kings they have, all of them wear the Yoruba crown, and I want to know the reason why. I've tried to make a research, but I don't know which book.
Okay, this question that you asked me, I will supply you material. You read. Since you want
to, I have the picture here. I want everyone.
Yes, I have the picture too.
Can you put that on big screen, please?
Okay.
Because I tried to do it on my phone here, but it's not working.
I've expanded it.
Yeah, look at the red one. The Urohbo also have the white one also and the milk color.
Yes.
The red one is Urohbo.
Yes, I will talk about that one on that culture.
The red one is Urohbo. Okay, the red one is Urohbo. Why the white one is the Yoruba? And the same crown. All the 26 kings in Urohbo land wear the same crown like the Yorubas, and they also have different colors. They have red color, milk color, different colors like the Yorubas. So I want to know. I'm so curious. I want to know. Please, if you have the material, please you can.
I'll send it to you.
Send it to me.
I'll send it to you because I'll send it to you. But what I'm doing, I'm looking at the etymology of the Urohbo words. Okay. The etymology of the Urohbo words. Yes, that's what I'm doing now. The etymology of the Urohbo words. I want to tell you before. I've not talked about the issue of Jesse, and I also talked about the Urohbo people. Now, that Urohbo people, that word Urohbo, it has similarity with that. There's a word they used to describe it in Benin. I will look at that one in subsequent time. I want to be very, very convinced. But what I'll be able to establish today is the etymology of some Urohbo words, like Ovie or Ivie. Then I also talked about how some of the traditional rulers in Urohbo land were paying tribute to the Oba of Benin. That is point number 2 now. Now, the reason why I'm saying all these things is to portray to the fact that the Urohbos is not senior. It's not senior to the Benin. And there was a question we talked about Paidu. Paidu that gave birth to 3 sons, Aka, Efa, Emai, was a Benin man. You talked about that one the other time.
Yes, I said it's a Benin man because it was a Benin man that gave birth to which is Ere. Ere is a Benin man. So if you are claiming that your father, your progenitor is Paidu, you are Benin people. Because the Ere, which is the father of Paidu, is a Benin man. And Paidu is not the progenitor of all the Benin people. So Benin people are far older than Paidu.
Yes, there are people before him.
Yeah, they were born before him.
We just want to start our history from Paidu.
Yeah, we choose to start our history from Paidu because of his. He was choosing as the head of. He was a chief priest, and it was the Benin people that chose him during the time of the Ojewore era. So if you are saying you are descendant of Paidu, you are automatically saying that you are Benin children. Now we're born now. That's the fact. And if you want to argue that, bring your reference, because you can't be saying history like that, smelly Mike and the rest of the people. You can't be talking about your fake history without bringing proof. Because this time we have to be bringing proof. You can't be distorting our history, and you want us not to talk about your history. We'll talk about the Urohbo history, and we are not only saying it for only today. Another day,
no, this is the first day. This is the first day. That the other things I will talk about, but I just want to start with.
We will also talk why they also call them Zobo. Yes. And
so I have it now. I have that one.
Exactly.
Yes, you get that one for. That's why there's a book. Royal South. There's a book. Check it. Maybe you can check it on the internet. The Zobo, SOBO, the Zobo of Niger Delta, published by Gaskia Corporation Zaria. Check it. You get the material. The Zobo of Niger Delta, published by Gaskia Corporation Zaria. You get that your question from there. Why they were the first ones, the Zobo people. Okay? Are you there?
My brother, you are not explaining to only one person. Please
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Go ahead. I don't want to make you go back and forth. Just go ahead. Just pick them up. You understand? So all of us should listen.
Now let's look at the one. Let's look at the issue of the one of Agbara clan. He said this clan is said to have migrated from Agbara Oto because of oppression and enslavement by Agbara and Okwe people. Other people from Agbasa, area of Wari Township and Jesse clans joined the Ogara migration. According to E.A. Miller, 1920 Telegram report on Warafi and Wari, Zobo, Ogara clan, the Olu of Ishekiri established clan to the area, and the first Urohbo settlement was said to have got permission from the Olu's principal agent called Ologboshere. It is further recorded in the report that both the Shekiris and the Benin starter contributed from the Urohbo settlement up to the arrival of the Benin colonialists in 1897. Perhaps the most interesting fact about this era is that up to 1930, the Shekiris still collected 90 euro per annum in lieu of farmland and were paying the homage to the Oba of Benin. That is Agbara. It's another clan. If you look at the reason I'm trying to look at all this one is that I will mention places that first order the Urohbo. Then we'll look at each of them, the relationship that they have with the Oba of Benin. For example, we have the first one, we have Agbon. We have the next one, we have another one, Abraka. I also talk about the history of the Abraka. Delta State Abraka. We have Agbon, we have Jesse, we have Agbara, we have Okpe. The history of the Okpe people. We also have it there. Okpe. That Okpe has to do with during the reign of Oba Ozolwa. The Okpe people has to do with during the reign of Oba Ozolwa, whose son is reputed to be the first Obi of Abo. According to the guys, we are going to be looking at that one. That one is very bunky. But let me give you the Udu. There's a place also known as Udu. Look at it. Let me read the Udu clan in Urohbo land. He said the history of this clan is said to have begun originally with the migration of both refugees and warriors from Benin. The Udu clan, there's a place they call Udu in Urohbo clan. He said the history of this clan is said to have begun originally with the migration of both refugees and warriors from Benin during the time when the expansion of the old Benin Empire was at its peak in the reign of Oba Ewale the Great, 1440 to 1478. The Udu clan was formed by who? By who? The refugees and warriors. From where? From the Benin. During the what? The expansion of what? Of the Benin Empire during Oba what? Oba Ewale the Great. That is Udu. Now, the reason why I'm reading all this, mentioning their names, is for you to know that the places that all the lands that made up the Urohbo, all the lands that make up the Urobos, we're going to be looking at them each one after the other. The relationship that they have with the Benin, the Okpe, the Udu, the Jesse. I talked about the issue of Jesse, that it was in 1968 year. They now transferred the ownership and authority and the control of Jesse from Benin. They now transferred it to the Urohbo Administrative Council. Ordinary Jesse here. And Udu, You see the history. Now today, somebody will come and tell us that Urohbo is senior Benin. Even the breaking of kola nut, I will also look at that one. I have about 4 materials on the breaking of kola nut, the relationship between the Urohbos and the Benins. You can look at it because there was a video I saw that the man was talking about. He said that the Aka is Urohbo. Aka FMI, that Aka is Urohbo.
Aka be Urohbo. Aka founded the Udo. Are you not telling me that Udo? If you migrated from Udo, that does not mean that you are the Udo person. You are a man.
There was a video of Emmanuel Izodua that he showed in his wall. Go and check his wall. When Izodua was talking about Aka FMI, you go and look at the video. That was the reason why he said Urohbo, senior Benin. But I'm putting it to him now that Idu himself was a Benin man.
And not be alone migrate from Benin, from Udo. Many Benin migrate from Udo. The migration from all those village, because the Benin were once in Udo and Ogbelaka.
Yes, they change migration now.
Yeah, they were changing migration because then we don't have many communities.
Yes, now they were migrating. They were migrating now. But all of those that are today, they all form part and parcel of the Udo state. A part and parcel now.
Even some part of Udo state, they migrated from Udo also. Okay, those ones, yes. Udo state now called us now they get Udo, or they are the owner of Aka. I don't understand if you migrate.
I think we are two.
In a way, it was said that it was said that Aka founded Udo and Urohbo migrated from there, and some part of Benin migrated from there, and some part of Udo and others migrated from there. So if you migrated from there, that does not mean that you are the Aka. No, you are the Aka grandchildren.
Yeah.
That you cannot.
The key word there is that Paidu was a Benin man. He was the father of Aka FMA. He was the father.
If Paidu was not a Benin man, yes, the shrine would have been in Urohbo land or in Nesa land. But Paidu shrine is Benin. And the Benin people have the right. It's only the Benin people that have the right to Paidu shrine. We were the one that went to our Abba went to Uhe in Kogi to bring it back. Why didn't Urohbo and went there? Because you are not you don't have rights for Paidu. Paidu is a Benin man. Only the Benin people can go there and bring it back. And the shrine is still in Benin today. I beg, more than not they attached to us. Now we born on that. We are the father, your father.
Talk when I cannot be do.
Yes, even you go back to what? You go back to you're looking at Uroni
It is there. All our things they music. When they sing out. Hotel Benala Canana Bito, Hotel Benala. They don't say anything. See, they come very late. Let it come. Why are you late? Because of Eba too pure. When we are creating this stream, let it come. Why are you late?
Because of Eba.
Eba too sweet. Critic pure. Nyon. Yes, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm nearly tired.
Okay, let me read on that again to show that the Benin is senior to the Urohbos. I want to read 2 things to show that I'm trying to do a recap to let you know that the Benin is senior. Listen now. He said in more recent times, it is said that the Oharisi the Ovi of Ugeli, listen now, the Ovi of Ugeli na Robona, the Ovi of Ugeli spent some time in Benin. The Ovi of Ugeli spent some time in Benin before his title was subsequently ratified by the Oba of Benin in 1953. That is a proof to show that the Benin is similar to the Urhobos. He said the Ovi of Ugeli will spend some time in Benin before his title was subsequently ratified by the Oba of Benin in 1953.
The time in no arriva. Imana mai ni na ya we mi ye. Ana mai be wegwa. Ana mai.
Number one. Then number two. The Oroje of Okpe Urohbo in Urohbo West Division obtained. Listen now. The Oroje of Okpe will obtain a traditional ceremonial sword from the Oba of Benin. It's just the same way as the Ovi of Ogara did during the same period. The Ovi of Ogara, the Ovi of Ugeli, the
My brother
Oroje
Abel, can I say something? Do you know as we speak, you see these miscreants when they talk anyhow, they are kids anyway. Now Morocco, they worry them. Even their OVA himself knows that is the son of Oba Neto. Do you understand? Okay. Do you know that as we speak, there is no NOJ OVA wait there for any other community or any other place wait there for under Edo State? Because you see, for that Edo State, Igara, Ogara, Auji, they all migrated from Benin, the great Benin Kingdom. And I want to, may I open our eyes more? Do you know that as we speak, because you guys, when they talk for TikTok, most of you are I will not call you guys kids. I will talk, say, Una not correct. Because you are just trying to bring your great-grandfathers down and to bring even your OVA or your Enojes down. Do you know why? No coronation where they go on for any place. Any place where they under Edo. So long they do under Edo, they are under Oba, and we only have one Oba. Do you know that no coronation where they go on for Urohbo, Isoko, Isan, Ishakiri, where they say they're not going to take some many permission for the palace.
Mama, wait till they come. Wait. Epa, I don't want to forget this. Epa, are the Urohbo people called Obo because that's their name?
I bet me and we talk this
because
one.
me they have that name.
Wait, Mutia, we make us again on Tana anymore. Do you know, say, no coronation, just like the Isioluku the last time, when they were crowned the Isioluku.
The den of Agbo.
The den of Agbo, exactly. He went to the palace of Benin and he gets some kind of ritual and some kind of things where he go perform for a papa palace for Benin. And that goes to everybody. There's no Isa and no Jehovah that want crown for Isa. Where they know they go, they receive or collect that thing, that permission from the great palace. Now, so it be for everybody who robbers, Ishekiri, Ijo, whatever. Not what.
Why are you mentioning Agbo? Why are you mentioning Agbo?
They don't even know.
Agbo na Ika na part of Benin.
We are not
deviating. Royal Sati, we're beauty. Beauty.
Yeah, tell me what my one.
Let's go here. You are saying no. You are going to take your permission and go.
Urohbo.
Oh, what did
Oh, Jesus, which kind of wahala be?
You can mute the royal sati wa no so wa. You love you work akabomo. Call I taba deviate enu we time tamana. O ma understand? O gba na le tele na say we na we do table we na. I say we comment. I taba we ti deviate. I tare yo.
Ẹ̀yin o ma gbé comment.
I tare yo mo no wa.
Comment o ma gbé. Immute ene.
Only say I miss my case.
Me block on already.
Only say royal sati mo.
Only say why
I taba deviate. E mo pa ma ya tamana. O ma understand?
Let me continue.
O say na tare na we here ni here do ari e. E pa mi so be go. Here ke any enoge or any of you that we are. O ma understand? Everybody was any quite who that everybody was as much.
Now listen, two things that we have done.
Alegosa, 1 minute. You are telling your pamawa. Ni ma igbina ni yani magbina na. Edo kawate yane. Owe edo isi agbon. Edo isi agbon. Bini is the creator of the world. Ni magbina ji. Ma heaveni. Edo polo. Oba etin. These are names. Iya ya bege. Anybody, if you are a Bini, man, be very, very happy. When you are Bini, if you can speak Bini very well, Edo is a great tribe in Nigeria. Anywhere Edo man, they dominate. To be frank and sincere, we magbina anything Edo is yagmo. The Benis are the creator of the world. Obanya to yourself when you are so. We supposed to be respecting us.
Another thing is that
you are my own, you are my love. You know I love you. Kiss me. I love you. Kiss me. More, I love you, okay? I love you. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud. You are cool. Love work akabomo. You must saga. Where's the why would you be lovely devotion when I wake up to the any book about your weather? There's a guy. Oh, go every no what the baby, you know what time you need. Yaki mo over your satiba. Oh, go no more understand. As a near conversation with your sati. They are one no.
Now listen. One thing I want to establish is this: a case where I talked about coronation. They will talk about the lexico, like some of the words. They also talk about the etymology. And we also talked about those ones. Now there's something I want to read. I said it before. I said the obvious title. The obvious title is the most distinct and prestigious title in Urohbo. The word Ovie or Ivie Pura. That word now, where did it come from? That's under the etymology now. Because if you cannot deny a place. You cannot deny the west where that words come from. You cannot deny where you migrated from. Now, let me tell you now, the obvious title in Urohbo land is the most distinct and prestigious title in Urohbo land. He said the word Ovie, O-V-I-E, is said to have been derived from the Benin word Oge or Enoge, a word connoting duke. So for example, the Ovie of Ureli is a duke, just as we have the Onoge of Esaland. Then we also have the Ovie of Ogara, it's a duke. Then we have the Oroje of Okpe, it's a duke. When you compare them with His Royal Majesty, these are some of the things that we have done to let you know that the Urohbo people, they are children to the Benin. That's what we want to establish. Let me read something for you again. He said, whatever the title of Ovie exists in any clan in Urohbo, it is observed that most executive Ovieship were obtained and renewed. Listen now. He said, whatever the type of OV exists in any clan in Urohbo land, it is observed that most executive OVship, that is first class OVship, first class, executive OVship, were obtained and renewed from the Oba of Benin. Were what? Were obtained and renewed from the Oba of Benin. You see it? Those first class OV in Delta State, they are, where did they come from? He said they got it from the Oba of Benin, and in the Oba of Benin, they will go there to renew it. This is another proof to let you know that the Urohbo people, they are children to the Beninese. I can go on and begin to go on and go on, but I'm just trying to do a summary of trying to pinpoint some points. Now I cut that where even that the market you know, and I will bring more.
One thing I want to ask, because that the Mike or being a foolish Mike is trying to say they have a name of the Ogiso, which are Urohbo names. Mike, there is no Urohbo name on there is no Urohbo name on those Ogiso. Like those Ogiso are names. You should not give meaning to Benin names. The Urohbo do not bear Odia. All those names you see there are all pure Benin names. If you not come be the word, if you not be say because you see Efeseke, you say Efeseke na Urohbo name. Oh, see
Urohbo, my dear. My Benin name, Efeseke Odia. My Benin name.
There are so many, and the other thing is that if you people are not trying to claim Idu, you are trying to claim us with the Benin people, because we are the Idu is a Benin man, and he was born in Otogbelaka, which is the Ring Road today, close to Oba Palace. That was where Idu was born, and not all Urohbo people migrated from Udo. Some migrated from Ogbelaka. Some migrated from different villages.
They are all in Benin. They are all in Benin. That is the key word. They are all in Benin.
Yeah,
all of them are in
they did not migrate once. They did not migrate once.
No,
they migrated even some
succession in
different periods. Migrated during the time of Obaeware the first.
Yes, you are right.
Yes. So, Mike, stop trying to and also there's one thing I want to ask, I don't want to forget. About the Obo, because they are saying they are the Obo people, and Benin call Obo, because they said that we are the one that called them Obo. If you said we are the one that called you guys Obo, that means it's Obo, because we don't have any name we call it Obo. It's Obo.
The difference between the Urobos and the Benin in their language, in their names, is just the pronunciation. Like the Esa and the Benin.
Now dialect differences.
Yes, F, just as the Esa people.
Esa just be F. Now let Benin and Urohbo the BFA. Esa not the BFA. Now let Benin and Urohbo.
Now listen,
Esa na great grandchildren. Then all those one are great.
The founder of Abraka is from Benin. The apologies of the Abraka.
No, my people, I want to talk something. The time, as in years ago, we don't know say, okay, that Ogie, wait, this one, what do they call him? Not be Ogiobo.
Ogiobo though.
Now Ogiobo.
Ogiobo.
I think they come more listen.
Oborogbe Madesuwa o bi somo nuze.
Plena Oboro.
Obo gbe Madesuwa o. Ogbe Madesuwa o. Ameza banu zebu. You understand? Okay.
Yeah.
Obo was his name. And Obo is a Benin name. Ogiobo.
I bet what you Obo me.
That my sister. Then I still they go. When they say Ogiobo, Ogie, and no Gierano, just like this, some of this useless Ogiobo, I don't get what they ban. They never called him Obagobo. They called him Ogiobo. Ogie means a no Gie.
Mama Hope. But you know, say Urohbo people, they still they call their king Oroje.
Kakaba.
Ona enoje dia ona.
Kakaba.
Now tell you just now. I make that tap when I say the Urohbo Ope. Oh,
yeah,
Urohbo.
It was now enoje. It was connected to Urohbo.
Exactly. Do you know the reason why Ezomo has to send some of the his warriors? Now Urohbo again. Because Damian Baba Obo was just an enogie na zeyero no rototoba.
Nagie
Yabo na zeyero no rototoba. Him by Adesuwa. Ona enodogwe ezomo oba ezomo na musu.
Mama,
Oye na we mi na mudane bi jebe. E no sunu dan Ogyobo oni. Una ga egwa di bia do no be mana. Egbe mi na. O be sunu da be no gera no hu a ni ya sign be with Obaseki. Nana is suspended here. Ana hule here la hana hule so like him. Abie. You understand? The same thing no Ogyobo.
Mama,
Ogyobo was never a king or whatever. Ogyobo was just Ogie. No Kamenya.
was a duke.
Well,
Was a duke.
nobody
Was a duke of Obo.
He was nothing but an Ogie, a duke. He was not a king.
Mama, you get what
In
I'm asking.
the history of Edo Kingdom, we never hear the word to Oba before for Edo.
Mama, wait, I want to ask you one question. You from Udo?
Of course.
I beg anything about Urohbo de Udo. Speak English, make them hear, because make they say Urohbo, everything they speak English, make them hear.
Sam, we not get Urohbo for Udo. Listen, make I explain to you. If they come from Benin, you reach that Mojo Junction. As they go, you don't say straight, they go, you go back to one. You reach Mojo, you go divert. That Mojo Junction, now be Ikpoba. For that place there, you reach Ikpoba.
Not be
Listen now, may I explain that for you. From Ikpoba, you reach Igwokolo. From Igwokolo, you reach Udake. From Udake, you reach Udo. All of them are Udo, but they get different names, different area. The only place where we give Urohbo for inside, Urohbo, here in Medi, we go give them
down
one bush way near river. Now they call that place
Aguobo. No. Urohbo people that they do per one everywhere for those states. They give their God. Not be that one, me they talk.
No, we not get Urohbo for Udo, but me they talk am now say the only place when Urohbo, you can never see Urohbo people for Udo. We give them place.
Not even see me.
Before you enter Udo Junction. Now we don't give them.
Now I explain to you what they try to talk.
Okay.
Not be the Urohbo, whatever they say kind, because I know say for those states, the entire Edo state, like Urohbo, that they say kind and one for all those Urohbo. I'm not talking about that.
Yes.
Me they talk about like if they did anything like Iyase of any Urohbo man will be Iyase for Udo.
Which question you they asking?
Now that one me they ask you.
Best you come be Iyase or
like any ancient Urohbo.
I bet you where the speech.
They are trying to say that Urohbo people still there with Doti now.
Royal Sat, show where that speech was so any for no.
Hope now. Those things need to be debunked. I don't hear from many of their mouths. Even Urohbo people talking.
Urohbo people
talk that thing.
Yes.
Damian, on the top. The team is saying no. The team is saying, listen, there's nothing to even debunk here. It's only the fools. That are all those fools where they follow them.
Urohbo people don't buy una.
In the entire history of my Edo or my Benin kingdom, is yet to hear. There has never been a place where they say that they give Obiore. I'm waiting Obiore to everyone. You know, son. Udo is Udo. You can even hear come as a Benin person. You cannot come Udo again. So waiting.
Amatic by Iguagara Yaria gave Iguave now. Except where of your back.
Now, wow, Urohbo people, my people, I'm telling you guys now that in Udo where I came from, my father was at Udo last 3 weeks. They go do burial for them. You understand? I'm from Urohbo in Udo, where my grandmother was born my papa. Now from Efa, why my grandfather was born my papa now from Urohbo. You understand? And my papa wife now from New Road. Just to tell you how Udo I am. You understand what I'm saying? In Udo, if you visit Udo, I'm you about Udo, where you are for Urohbo people, we give them.
I go.
Every village,
I came from Bolado.
even my
place they very small. I go
Can you feel born and all those
they don't follow us, they do anything. They are
yeah, even for our village, they don't separate.
Doing their oil, their red oil. They don't mix up with us. Never.
Never. Even for my village, they do.
They don't mix up with us.
Oil and the palmy.
We do those, we does not allow that one. Urohbo. What Nyakede? See, man, in Udo, I say, oh, even dog is forbidden in Udo. I'm a kid, I love my woman, I am like Udo. We are working that door.
Second start today.
You say that Urohbo and dog. What you go pass? Okay, let's go now. Saga don't start. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mama, hope Mudiana got to the straight.
What is the difference between Urobos and the dogs? We know they allow dogs for Udo. So we don't even fear on a custom and village now.
Who
No, Mujane, amen. Nene daddy makina. So where you Mujane, because if you boya will be so kono gishe, Urohbo, we right Urohbo. But what did they talk in my
Yeah, Urohbo, I got going to
wait, Mamudia la wo mama. You want to black when they show me. I don't know why my phone. If I say I did like that, I feel they should. But put that for big screen.
No,
Mommy supposed to they show this thing for them.
Another year care with crown here, Martha.
Put that for big screen because me, I'm Mama. Wait, I'm more interested in this crown because I can Urohbo king be wearing the same crown with a Yoruba king. Una be the same.
Yes, there's nothing like Urohbo king.
That's lovely way.
It's Urohbo Ovie or Urohbo Duke. Urohbo Enogie.
Yeah, that be Duke here. Mama, wait. Epalagosa, I beg. Because we have 106 viewers here. I want you guys to go on Google, type the Urohbo kings. And all you will see is that they are putting on Yoruba crown. And when you go to Google, also type the king of Yoruba, the monarch of the Yoruba people. They are wearing the same crown. Because because there is one page called Urohbo people. He said a prince from Ife, he was a prince from Ife. His name is Ogene Ofe. He left Ife and went straight to Urohbo land and became a king there. And he was also a native doctor there also. So I think he was the one that brought this Yoruba crown to the Urohbo.
My sister, point of correction, there's nothing like a king in Urohbo.
Okay, a duke. So it was, I think he's the one. I think the Ogene Ofe was the one that took this Yoruba crown. Because in Benin, the entire Edo state, we don't put on this crown. It's only one king in Nesa land that put on this crown. It's only one king in Nesa land that put on this crown. But the entire Benin, our king and our Enogie, we don't wear this Bola crown. We don't have anything to do with Yoruba crown. But you see Urohbo and one part of Nesa land, they wear this crown. And nobody's talking about this. And I'm trying to bring awareness on this TikTok because I want us to deliberate on this crown. Because it I think there is a ties between them.
My sister, I feel the crown to you. You see this crown, the meaning of this crown, it means say, the meaning of this crown don't mean say, Yoruba don't even get anybody where it comes from where they did.
Yoruba give Yoruba this crown, or now Yoruba
listen, my sister. Listen, my sister. The Urobos, they are from Benin. And they were slaves. They ran away like the Esau.
No, Mama, we will not talk that one. We will not talk that one.
Okay, that Esau be slave. Okay, for now. We don't understand.
Yes, Esau is slave for now.
Okay, the Urohbo migrated from the great Benin Empire. Fine. How they continue to wear this crown?
Now, let me one know.
Wait, now one Urohbo over here. Now he goes trap Yoruba woman. Now they take thief the crown when they wear for you. Why you have gear? I'm like, why you have gear?
Because I want me to do research on that crown. And then the story here.
Roya, I just small. I have it. I just want me to do small.
Okay.
Like today now. Like I have the other was that's why I just keep quiet. I just see relax. Like what we have done today now. We have seen that the Mike said that the Urohbo is known to Benin. That one has already been debunked. That is a fallacy.
Exactly.
One, through the coronation and through the authority. It has banana where, for example, that thing that the Mike said is not that cap. I'll look all of them. That one, I don't want to look culture. We are talking about culture, the mode of dressing, the language, and the name.
Can you please block this idiot chaos leader? Please come back. As a comment session, block that idiot.
Yeah, so for more than 1 month now, Sister Mega be crazy. What do you do? Una quiet. Sister will come quiet. Look now.
Who is this famous couple? Roya, Weminita.
Famous Akon. Where you from? Con? What you call doing?
They try to put that thing. You know they do. Because
Famous Akon. You know they talk.
The dress code. Now the dress code of the Urohbo people.
I bet me I ask a question. Where you from? Con? Okay. Domo. Who got that?
Call. Mon sacon, là, que nous querons bédouille. Maman, rien n'aurait pas big beau.
You call, I mean, or a radio, Wakoyon.
Libya were here.
I will retaliate my will be a coming here, will pack it, will be a domain, where I'm on no body of Fukiri, no, why will be a domain? I mean, or a radio, it went off for Wagbe. You are done, you are when I will even the Bawa for Wagbe.
What's it?
Because I will be in my mind where doing Yaku. Was Obano Soba, or in my Yaku, Tito Kaiga.
No, really, I want to get at
Well, hey, don't know. Thank you.
Johnny Otoba Mujanua. Baba Guayan, maybe Mutek women down.
So, what we have done today is this. It's very simple. It is a fallacy and a propaganda for an Urohbo man to say that Urohbo is not to Benin. That is not true. And a very good example is that places like Abraka, places like Okpe, places like Jesse, they were previously under the authority of the Oba of Benin. For example, the Oba of Ugeli will have to spend some time in Benin before his title was subsequently ratified by the Oba of Benin. A very good example was just in 1953 year. So if the Urhobos are senior to Benin, how come the OP of Ueli we have to go to the Oba's palace, the Oba of Benin, to ratify his overship before he will take over the throne? That is that one, another point. Then the Orojo of Okpe, the same thing too. Then we also have the OP of Ogara. Ugeli, Okpe, and Ogara. These are all Urobo clans. And the OV and the EVA, we have to take permission from the Oba Benin before they can occupy the throne during their coronation. You understand? So that's one of the things that we are able to use to debunk them. That what they are saying is not true. So that is that. Anybody can also contribute.
I bet anybody who that contribute. But when they need to go when I well, my support no have a platform. Anyway, say you have money, my neck when you have same baby.
If you
normally a mass up a picture and a mass up no mass up just a phone back
when they love you do. I think that's comment section why
I'm actually why no working out now.
Which message is second? I don't see the message.
Europe. Yoruba, Asian, Onda, Oba, Nedu, Uko Apolopolo, Utoto Yaje, Waze, do I am Gualo, Yakayana.
Why can't we be as if they are distorting our history? It's not, they are not looking for viewers.
But I even going, I mean, when we were now going.
Mama, I love you.
They don't need to say famous, they hear me.
Yeah, they hear you, Baba.
So I just see your face now. Now you heard that for grow. They hear me.
Anything.
You heard that. If SP now.
SP, your TSP were here. I will total. I could saw me.
Mujane, we ma one mouth the SP now. After the Motias or the Indians.
I would have what yes.
Oh, we might ball. Oh, we might ball river near before that Agape ministry, you know.
Okay. I don't understand. There you want to go on off with
down.
Off with bottom. Il a platform of Pavé. Son note. Ya get them up. Il a platform of Panasono de Yoruba yana watalo. Yana wa bebe. E mo pa kata yana wa ko. You to yamari gwa. Ina kani agwa yamari gwa. Ya kamia yana wa teme rio vena ba ina kamia we ishin watana mana magmisri. Ina we maru wuki. Akbe ukino bana ewe yo ba ewe ra ina we va yana mama ewe ikala de na uo I don't know where the one ma so na vosunu iya do yi ma no kwa no bira me do aka mi ma we no bia kan no ka do aka mi ma we ikala de na o pa we do we vie so no sunu we na tamia we no sunu we go a
ikala de no baba ikala de no
e meta na ni week ikala de na e meta we de na we ya pronounce ni
ikala de
Eita na we kala de na eita we me ni meta mafia we the senti my weta mama kai we the senti my weta iwa na aka mi ma we na ya we na ya
yo pa ma mu weta ya ye do ya to no na eta gbi baba wa to ra re iwe ekala de ra no ikala de ra
na ekala de na ni me ya ta na
we no we kala de na say na we ni idia
okay what we pronounce no I be kiane we say mom ina wo na ba ona no gba na we na ya gbe wa ma gbe wa ana do si ai ana do gbo kokko na te we na ya gbe ana do ya kan megwa we agbe ne ina ge na ya avie ma ye the true ina na wa silent ina ge na ya avie ma ye the true o ma na do awu enya ya we consumption we de di ma no kwa ya mama we na we what history no wa ma na we even na wa mama me ka mu wa na history ai kana ina we ana kan mi ma le no ido yak ba ya na do mi wa iju ogo bo je jogo bo ni iya ene kan mi awo ma na we na gbe wa re no pe o ma wu yan ye do ri oba e na ya yo ta Yoruba yen dodo yin yen kiyon ba kiyon ba na yen mu èmi náà wo ẹgùarira ẹdùnmá muhario dọ yahoo ẹnẹ wọdọ ina wa ayi we na iga de o magiro na gwe adi we ti do ario ba we yi se manya na ayi be jora kora ko na we amabio eredo sisa amabio eredo e ti ri oba wa ana we no ma no ri oho eredo no bie oni odo sun ario ba ige eredo na we ege na khana lege kala dira ma ya sunu ni na wa ma oba ere eko I am your barrico, what talent, woman, what fish to your fish with even when no senior with the show of your bone, none of them know when I had a woman or going off your live video. Understand, I mean, Anna, imagine go along the palace. You know, come here,
to add to what you said, I asked them a question last time. I think Abraham Penede was there. I asked them a question. I said, okay, you said noise they come from somewhere. Can somebody mute, please? I don't know where.
Okay,
wago do no baba. I can't ask the questions here. Okay, all this talk, una they talk now. All this here about people. Una say, Oduduwa, you fall from sky. Now una get Oduduwa. Now una nenemi. Now I can't ask them one question, which they don't give me answer in today. I say, what is the meaning of Oduduwa in Yoruba language? They could not give me that answer. Then I now told them that the name Oduduwa is a Benin name, Ododuwa. Ododuwa, that is why no Yoruba person will give you the meaning of Oduduwa in Yoruba language.
Oduduwa is Oduwa.
Is Oduwa, I mean, sorry. They can never give you the meaning of Oduduwa because they could not pronounce that name. Then they changed it to Oduduwa. Ask any Yoruba person, they can never tell you the meaning of Oduduwa. What is the meaning of Oduduwa in Yoruba language? You don't get meaning for Yoruba language. Now Bini, now Ibi, now Bini get the meaning. Now we get the meaning, now we know the meaning. So you can carry on, sir.
You know why all this history are truth? But to be where he farm. I've been to that place.
Okay.
Wow. Ora kemaro divania. The Gwe Kaladiran. All this anything you want to say like is struggle. All Edo history. If you trace it, everything is perfect.
Yes.
Okay, you see all those places. You say who got all those places. You see all. Even when they were taking over to Calabar, where they stop, there is still a building in that place. Everything about Benin, anything is every history about Benin. All are right.
I don't know. You see a lot of people. But when the Benin, we said it. Say yes, they captured Obavora.
Yes,
we don't lie about our history.
Even when they hail our king,
it is up there.
Then they call her
defeating here. We admit say British defeat us.
Let me, listen to me, Ekman. They did not capture Ovorame. Ovorame submit himself to
submitted himself to avoid
because of the Benin, because of his people.
Yes, now he submitted himself.
He was not captured.
Listen,
why?
Let me tell you another thing that people does not really know. Do you know where Arimu Ovorame Calabar, after he submitted himself, Arimu Eri Calabar, honor Aruwoko. Do you know where honor Yahuwa? Okoni Ogbe Yame. Ameye Lakba. Or see another. When you go to ancient Benin music, the history, if you want to know history about the Benin, you will not go listen to ancient Benin music. You will see every history that way. You don't even need to go read book. Then when Agwabasini, the first son of Ovorame, when he went to Calabar, then the Oyibo, they come base for Calabar. Okbane. You understand it? Over Masi Calabar. Oma Sevani, but it's just that because you know so they do something. Just because he's a great man, but we the Benin, my over Ogbokoyame. Also, another see one way. But no more for to Yeri over na movie was a to Yeri Miname. Ogbokoyame.
If you let me correct you, go correct when they do that time. Or a do where Usene why Usene why Usene never for a do halukwe. You know all why the great. Well here ba on a vie as a rata where ogbe o no kwa uzebu of your local yeva as an afia yeva. That is a great man. Here at a story doma where Usene why I look where over me do her.
Oh, by why my brother?
Gele over me. Ama over me all day on Okba. Ama me kira mo eje we na wata.
Egbe wa di oba se. Egbe wa di oba se. Iro wa gbe o se ya mu. Egbe wa di oba se.
No bieri me. Omo kan ri jegbeji je no bi ye me ri jegbeji. Then you ask your message. Do you know where I will bury her? Okay, ije no biera me fo. Uda era no biera me. O your boy no. Ona bi akunwa. Obi akunwa. Obi ta. Ona lawa. O ma yi pedeva. Owa no ye. O ma kun mi. So, if you want to know Benin history, in fact, the way they talk, you don't even know anything about the Benin. The great Benin Empire. You understand what I'm saying? So, anyway, over me, who that one not see it? Or where?
Mama, we are not talking about Orima. Now you got taste so mana toge in now I focus on
my sister. That is why I said it initially where we are very transparent. We don't cover our history. Because there's nothing to hide there. Listen. No, as we are talking about their history, we go as in other Kugbe. My sister. In the history of Edo, I'm not useless. So that is why we are proud of our history. So I tell this story, I don't know. Then I give my top where he gave me no. I understand him, Tana.
Okay, Mama, you're Geledo.
I know.
If I love sir.
It's joking, Mama. Yes, our history not dirty now. It's there. They all know our history, but they cannot say it the right way. Now, let with the Benin, they talk the history, our history and other people's history in the right way. We know they lie. Because our history is transparent. Our history not dirty. So we are proud to say it anywhere.
I see the other crime when I bring come. Now this one is Urohbo, Enoji.
We're talking about under the dress code.
Because they get the same color. Like they get Urohbo people get white. Like they even still get that Allah for your crown. So Urohbo people still get her. I'll still bring her come maybe next time. Because in Benin we don't have that crown. So I don't know what Urohbo people they do with Yoruba culture. I don't know what they are doing with the Yoruba crown. Do they have something together? They have this crown and they also have the Alaafin crown also. That long one that
sister, let me tell you one thing. Any king no give net ben. Keke va da go in or guabake la dia. Or when that emblem show the symbol that you are coming from the great palace of Benin. I'm sorry. They don't know. If a phone man or him, I know. Oh my God. When you gonna anybody hello. Sorry, do your name. Anybody know man? Blame. Adabe Beni. Any king in Ogimo and una beg walk guya. Get docked. When I'm well, already call you when you're again. Who come in? Only why matter.
People not just follow me see they wear this crap, but our king, none of our king they wear am.
No, mommy. But once they have that,
me, I'm not talking about the Adabebe. I'm talking about crown because crown is important thing for people culture. Crown is very important.
Wait, I cannot pay. I tell you, my way. I cannot pay. Any maga or money diawa. Erunania una no ni madwa mu una no do use red and this thing.
Now Urohbo na give Urohbo. Yoruba give Urohbo.
Egari amare runa you ege no pe ivie or ba ya ha beto isege baba hia ri o erunia ri you una no ide no ye no le gari use red and white na. O monere diawa o ga o sun amu eyu. Egu na be say na this red and white for ni. Nyo sun be ase.
Na yari back get out. Me they give you answer now. Me carry answer no question.
What do you want though about this crowd?
The Urhobos migrated from the Benin.
I know, so they migrated from
and another thing, when they can't get this cap, I don't fair talk and since. Maybe now you don't put it down. Now when one Yariba man go strap for Urohbo woman, now they for go collect all these copy cap when they wear.
Our king go to wear Yoruba crown. Mama, the only of worry do not put anything on about Yoruba. They don't. The only of worry don't have Yoruba crown. They don't dress like Yoruba. Never. How come the Urohbo people that said that they are from Benin? They put all their kings put on the Yoruba crown. There is something to this.
Yeah, na the Ekiabu way matter, the prick and toto matter way enter. Now me,
I need more historical fact. Me, now that me yours is fine, not be now historical.
No, not be like now dead the old this thing.
If I catch that historical fact, Urohbo
make that they advise. They'll say, man, put your thing for inside your trouser.
Okay.
Now the one of the Urohbo OVA. Will not put it in for a trouser. Now you go use that for your Yariba person, and from there they can't go inherit the Yariba crown.
Mama, wait. In the entire, even the Esako people do not wear the crown. Mona, listen to me. I get where they drive, they go. The Onwa people do not wear this crown. It's only the Esan. Some part of Esan wear this crown. The energy of Uromi and the energy of Udu.
Why is no care of Uromi Aslam?
Wait, Mama.
Because they imitated Nupe and the Nupe.
Muslim now. Aslam is a Muslim.
And you know what the Yaribas? Mama, wait. You talk.
Okay, Mama.
I said the thing is that if now one of Urohbo now they wear this crown, it not go pay me. I will not do research. But the entire 26 king, the entire one, you'll be like if you type Yoruba king now, all the Yoruba kings they wear this crown. Same way all the Urohbo people put on this crown, their kings. And with the Benin, we don't put on this crown. And if you go to the Agbo, in the day of Agbo, they don't put on this crown. The Olu of Wari, it did not put on this crown. With the Benin, why not do not come? It is only the Urohbo people and the Yoruba people that put on this crown in Nigeria. There is a relationship between them, and we need to know about the relationship.
Now, you are not a royal sat.
Okay, go on. Nagbola krana.
Okay, je want to believe it. Don't know we go away. I will cast a very animal can you. I like a young
royal sat in a man, the more that start, he said about that stuff. He said about that stuff.
The other way go away. Eke mu nyanguna.
Salomo. Ya fiekia. Ya na do ya everything. So you ask the same question. You can say, why ask them? Uromi, Onofe, why they wear the same thing? If you see Uromi, people, they are from Nupe. The Eastern people are from Nupe. If you are ima oni gbunu yo nedo ye na mwe ya ni gboto do ma san wa ni ye do wa na ye moleka ya ni mu gboto wo si pa lo ba po mo understand eyin akin u ga bi gi iya mi ba ni eyo ba ni yisan wo ni risan if you ya ye moleya re u be ga ni awe o wa jo gba e kia u boya fise o te ya mi ba eyere ya iyerite ugwu n'oge ya mụ iyerite kran n'oge ya you understand if ise ebe ni be onia enupe ya kere ma be o wa yo wa emole ya
Opi mudane. No se ne no na so tesan. Se mi nwede ki awo yire no. No say of irua no kage san. Okan ya mare be nupe. Ana won fi egbe we ya kin Muslim. Ona say to Muslim na kan to your bo. So emu he na ya la ka nya hu. We gba ke ka gbe lo.
Mama Mila dey here, make she talk.
Mama. Koroma. Bowa.
Akoyo ibi oba.
I do ma.
I never know what you know they talk about too.
Now,
if I know sir.
Mama kura ni amu yuna. Mama kura ni amu yuna na e kaya boy.
I just
You know if you go to toy. Every time na we bi an go je kram na no mo ki amu je ko to toy na. Mama boyo mo ya mo ka ju hu e ka ya che bo na we ka gbiyan.
Me I just because the only thing with me I know Urohbo and the Benin not relate. I never know I understand what you talk about and that make me say make I fair listen. But I know of the fact say Urohbo and the Benin not relate at all.
No, we relate. Bylaws are the relate.
Okay, Mona talk first because me I never know.
But
me I listen first. The bylaws are they read the history.
Bylaws are where mute where
Amilaki. When you got if you Urohbo people are related to us, why are they putting on Yoruba crown, all their kings? Because that one is a big is a like that's in a big thing, no. Because if you look at all the kingdom that the Benin priest went to become a king there, all of them do not have this crown. The dead of Agbo do not put on this Bola crown, this Yoruba crown. No. If you go to a war, they did not put on this crown. If you go to if you go to Isieluku, they do not put on this crown. But it is only the Urohbo people that put on this crown. The Urohbo and Isoko, all the entire Urohbo and Isoko kings, they put on the same crown.
Please stop your comments.
The Yoruba people.
Don't insult anybody.
I
will never take that from
watching
I don't want to mute royal start. White fire. Woman, not take a time. We'll block you here. You don't come here to insult. We don't take it. No, don't do that. My brother. If not, my here why I call them way.
All what you do is
my why I call
comment section.
Now come on, no, it's not fair. And I will never take that. Please don't do that again. I will wear the big way. And I block you with a cockman. I will make sure I block you with the whole of Edo People's platform. Who are they platform listen? We don't care. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't do this again. Please, my brother. I respect you.
That means there's something attached to it now. May we find out according to Royal Sat now.
Exactly. We should find out. We should do a research. Now that research, that one, let me know because Yoruba they call crown a day. Maybe you get what Urohbo they see there, because anything crown is an important symbol in every culture. Now, very important thing. For your kings to be wearing a Yoruba crown, for all the Urohbo kings to be wearing a Yoruba crown, there is something to it. We got to do a research.
Yeah.
Don't be saying we are related to Urohbo and we are not putting on the same crown with them. They only carry out that.
Because me, I never hear say we relate to Urohbo. So let's find out about this crown. How come about the crown like this? As we see, as we do research concerning the same bill.
Mama, if you go, if you type all the of Urohbo, all the kings of Urohbo, all of them wear this crown. All of them, one not remain. All of them get this, and when the time when we say the energy of Igwebe do party that time, it's our last month, I be last month. If you see now, Urohbo king, now they different, but the clothes were the same, or the attire, red and white were the same, but the crown were different. If you look at the Benin chief that went to the Igwebe, they were wearing the same crown with the Igwebe people, all the Enogies in Esa land, but Urohbo were different. They were looking like Yoruba people.
Okay, may we find that very important.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because crown is a very important thing for person culture. How can you be wearing a Yoruba crown and you are telling us you are from us, or you are senior? Go and focus on, go and do a research if you are related to Yoruba people, or Yoruba people is your father. Go do research if you Yoruba is your father. Can you? Let's just see the case they go back to Yoruba land. Not be Benin the Yoruba land.
Platform, my was as a platform, that's it. So,
Mona, hold on first. Whitefire. May you not insult anybody. If you see say what they do for platform, you not like and you go pass.
I don't feel
you understand? Not be everything where they do for platform you supposed to like. If you see where they do what you not like, no insult, you go just pass.
Or I will block you here. I'm not lying.
Thank you.
I'm not joking. La will go, my brother. La will go. You are in here with Babala or more. La will go. La ho. Me man, ya wa wo bo we fi wo bo me we. Oh my God, la wo wo. Enu we do alu we do fi wo bo me no ile fi pe gi ma. We do aro yo gi ma be kini ma je. Me take on you ma so. La wo go, my brother. La ho. La wo go, brother. Do Jesus na ki enye ise be. La kwa you bo la se gbe. We o bi so. Baba la yen gbe.
Obere IVA Urohbo iwe saya fene wa history. Etinyama we edo seyan the so they are just trying to just use that for views. So they want to support you do atawe do die Urohbo die do of which you to be we do the senior. You understand? So any place in Edo la Edo odion. So adiama ko oni ya mu gboto. So only you know.
Adede kamia we doves Urohbo relate amai when anado amieni adien amadien. Not be if you with person even relate. Now there you go can't even they talk about seniority or who be you.
Mama, you know say for that Urohbo land, Otedo they said Otedo for one local government.
Mama,
people did not go to the people for them at Benin. But there be Urohbo today.
They were telling
and the trouble will belong my neto.
Very easy.
No.
Ana hiaro dukuna isembe na hia edi mate na mi te gbenu we gbema go we gun asin gba yare mana sembe we hia o ko me we hia melo igba ye na ni a me na aya le isembe tabi ame ya no
one word
ya o bo be we hia
the one word that many sagan wa hin
the one word ile
no about that Otedo for Delta State for Urohbo land. Because you get one community that they call her Otedo, and Otedo means Edola.
Any one word.
In English, Otedo, Mama, wait. I talk important thing. And in English, Otedo means Edo land. So if those people are not Edo, pure Edo people, why are they not calling that land Otedo? Because in Edo State now there is nothing like Urohbo in our land. No. But we have Otedo in Urohbo land, and they are kings, and the language they speak there is exactly like our language. Urohbo people are saying that language is not a dialect of Urohbo. That language is a dialect of the Benin, of Edo language.
Okay,
that language, it is never Benin past Urohbo. I don't even know why they
get the one word you make more.
So if the tell important thing, no, you not really like make give some make talk.
You understand? Give it time no wrong no.
Important thing. I want to make so if you know any history about that place, make talk. No,
what we mudia ye me guane. Motherfucker. We mudiane. The one word we be ado do convision mo. We be ado do mo. We be mo ade mo.
If I don't know anything about that.
More are they?
I got to tell you just now. Not to listen, that's why I keep quiet because me, I don't really understand. Mama Mila has a question just now. Now let me answer Mama Mila.
Hello, Mama, no problem. Mona they talk on that thing and they listen for you.
No worry, make you mute, but not the worry. Yeah, you'll talk your own.
Good evening.
If I don't know, Lenny, don't know.
We'll talk on WhatsApp, yeah?
Yes, sir. No problem, sir.
You don't know where contribute more the one word. More?
One word more.
Mama, let love. Come on me.
Oh, you know, Jay, come.
Me wadame uwa emanasi. Egbe mara me ready o se managwan.
Okay, you are well. You are well.
Aya aleruge Jesus aleruge ni ka o just le bo pa ya mu egbe
tí ogbo na yin pray abi saka bo ma
ko sa lo ba ni ba me igwe no bi eruge olokun no ri owo no olokun magare aye Jesus lo ni mo ba magare
no why you tell me level ya gbe ya ko
ba magare to
Mama, you know what that Urohbo people talk? He say as flood. He said Benin can't start afresh. Our flood can't wipe all the old Benin people. Later, the land can't start afresh with Aka. That is a slap on our face.
Maybe I do.
They distort our history, not be small. He said, when the flood came, who tell you say now Benin go with Baidu?
So are you not telling me now that Urohbo people don't change mouth now? They say flood or even we are there.
Yes, so they say that flood can't wipe out the old people where they go like that.
Well,
after the flood can't wipe out the old Benin people, then the two they come back. After they don't go here, come back.
The moderator where when we know where we comment session. I would not like a nonsense review.
This one they find relevant. Now me want give
you like a nonsense comment.
This local boy. I want give go wash your smoke bola. Go and wash your smoke bola. I don't get time for you. I don't have time. I don't have time for you. No, the boy they distort our history not be small. The boy know it, boy. They try to fit in Urohbo history to our history.
I block a mute comment on the now.
They try to put say the king of Urohbo.
You know, say one thing we say, what thing me they see we say some of people know do they see. Now be this thing. Yeah, what me around pa, no what they me va or me am not concerned anywhere. No man not concerned do. Mawa mukia where na.
Oh, me give me. Bello mo sa beje ba di me de ti abe o ge bi le so ku se fu di me ne.
Ebu ani yo si ame no gbado na nduro e make na izu re yana ebu ani yo si e yo mo fe history like TikTok
yo salu bu ani
for me
Edoka o de why me not try Edoka o de me boy the men are very intelligent boy Roda ime that the TikTok was sending do. Eme na wa di baba. Ina we yi omona no go vi obo yen. Very intelligent. Oh, ina ze wa go ita we artifact ni avio ewu obo. I know ewe. Eyi asi ebe vi artifact wo obo. Ina we ni ake vi artifact re me ma mi ni avio ye otu obo. Ade ona wa so hia so egume agio ege ni me ma yo evade me na iwa ture. Wamio. History for Wani Amana ni Antalorania. Obe boy ni okiri.
Obe boy ni okona. Go ni beta. Always that mommy make my history. Obo okere na.
Emi opa iya dore luzomo.
Owo bi na
Emi opa ni me
Ye do akwa obo ye mutiane. Bene e palogo sawata na. Wamio na ya. Only a problem. If you do, yeah, one me or sameda. Yeah, one me room parova. Oh, my now we do, me or not history do, wagging no country do.
Me, I even go there to go the debunker.
Only do a way. Mutiane, you only do a way, and we are you way. Umionania, Evani, Abe supremacy near Tani can do a Larry. Because ye give where you weigh, ne? Ye can't a weird door keki. Benana a word door, Dion.
Exactly.
You may not see any men I give you relevance. A do tiabo me, whenever tia boy.
Mommy, you're planning me at mommy. Now ya be married, I want to me, me obo, me artifact there. The only thing where I don't see Urohbo, see where everybody know Urohbo, no. And you're planning me, go. Kekiri sokona a usi ọpa ya gba me de mi ni ame usi ame ya na you see dey do asikan
the banya we go away kankan
e ma ni wa ti je e ma ni wa ti kan mommy e ma ni wa ti kan we kan wa yi so
ya na we aka say
ije tami ame ikan aya so go edo Owo ogederi nyame ya ema ni wa ti yo wo ye ya be me ya be si so sa lo bo ani ma e na wa ya yi magbera usi ya na ye la pala ya si kan be wa ti e be so ma usi me ya yi me ya ti fati Urohbo wetin concern na
na here we are research na yero ya sato but because you can be with research of the same be Amateme when no person
now talk see I want me biologists at the engage. It get why. It get why because some secrets go later.
Truly, as Royal said, they talk and there's something to this Bola clan. Now that one we need to find out.
Exactly. Now this one we need to find out. There is a connection. Sometimes it's not about talk. No. Nothing biologists are not the two they talk. Sometimes if they talk, some points go to come and be say. There are some people they never ever think about it before.
I think was serious. So I see don't see.
Men will do the research.
If you ọkọ ìwà sọtọ ọbọ yẹn wá fi ẹrú egbò lájú ẹrú mi wà mọ ẹ mo fi ẹkọ ẹbù tó tẹ ní wà mọ jù gẹ ẹbù mú yẹn àwọn ọjà àkàwọn ní káàkiri yẹn nìyà náà bọ máa fi ẹbí ẹnà gbé náà bẹ gbé àfi ẹbí ẹnà bẹ fún yẹn pọ bẹjì ẹpọ bẹ máa yá jẹ wọn náà ni.
ọkọ ní wọ kíkú òbò kíkpé òbò yíyá lákú lákèké àgbé òkú òbò àbí èké ayédè òbò bí èsàdì wí àwọn òbò bó sọ fọwọ́ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ nẹ̀fẹ̀ náà díẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ̀ sọ̀tà
mo ti àjẹyàn hun.
Eze kí ọ̀sánlọ́bọ̀ wáyà wé àdè ikú òbò. Ọ̀sánlọ́bọ̀ ọ̀rí yí àdì àgbọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ mi kí á lè eze kí ẹ̀yà wà gbé yà. Wẹ́rẹ́ bí ọ̀dọ̀ bí ẹ̀sà gbọ̀. Ẹ̀zọ̀ dán. Ẹ̀zẹ̀ àgbọ̀.
Wàgẹ̀ awé ìyọ.
Tẹ̀mú òbò ẹ̀yìn ọ̀sánlọ́bọ̀ ẹ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀yà wà lè.
Mommy Mila, good evening, ma. Thank you for joining.
Oh, Baba.
Today, I overheard your question. I just want people to see more still talk funny things. Yes, you asked a question. Yes, historically, history said that there's a connection between the Urhobos and the Benins. Likewise, the Isoko, likewise the Ika, likewise the Ogachuku, likewise the Onitsha. You see, likewise the Shekiri, the Isoko, the Ijo, and the Urohbo. Now, in history, they term it as ancient Benins in diaspora. Ancient Benin in diaspora. So when you look at the ancient Benin in diaspora, we have Onwan, we have Akoko Edo, we have Ogwachuku, we have Ika, we have the Onitsha, we have the Ijo, we have the Soko, we have the Urohbo. Now, historically, the people of Urohbo migrated from Udo and Benin City. They left, and there were reasons why they left, and they didn't leave at once. They leave. History says that they live in succession. They left in succession. Now, when Daddy Mike talked about the Urhobos is senior to the Benins, yes, what he was saying was that the Urhobos and Benins, they have blood ties. But where he was wrong was that when he said the Urohbo is senior to the Benins, that was a propaganda. That was not true. That is one. Now, earlier today, I did a summary of the history and the origin of the Esan people. And I said, in future, for prosperity's sake, that there are books that have been written by the Esan people talking about the relationship between the Benins and the Esan. And a very good book was that of Belokoto Christopher Okoji. That is that. Then I said today, we will start a class on the history and the origin of the Urohbo people. And I said that the Urohbo people is one of the ancient Benins in diaspora. You know, when we talk about the Benin Empire, under the Benin Empire, we have the Benin Empire encompasses ancient Benin in diaspora. When you look at the ancient Benin in diaspora, we have the Ika, we have the Ogwachuku, we have the Onitsha, we have the Shekiri, we have the Soko, we have the Urhobos. Then we have the Owo. All of them, they form what we refer to as the Benin Empire. You know, sometimes we say Benin was an empire. Yes, Benin as an empire consists of so many clans, tribes, people. But the head of this Benin Empire was Benin. That's why they term it Benin Empire. And it was not the Benis that termed the Benin as an empire. It was the Europeans. It was what they saw on ground. They started describing what they saw on ground. It is not the Benin that said Benin was a great empire. It was not the Benin that said Benin was a territory. It is not the Benin that said the Benin was a city. It was the Europeans, what they saw on the ground. And they also did documentary. When they came, they started asking people, the indigenous of that land, how they have lived their life before and what they saw. That was what they documented. If you look at the history of the history of Benin were written by the Europeans through the European traders, European sailors, European geographers. These are people that did the written history of the great Benin Empire, the sailors, the traders. They were the people that did that thing. And history told us that, yes, the Benins and the Urhobos, they are related. It is history. Like the Ovie title, they said that the Ovie title came through the Benin word, Oge or Enoge. That was how they derived that word. That the Ovie is a duke, just as you have the Onoje or the Enoge in Benin and in Eastern land. Then I made mention of places like Jesse. I also talked about the coronation. If you look at the coronation, that coronation will tell you that the Benin is not to the Urhobos. And I cited example. I said the Ovi of Okpe, the Onoje of Okpe, Ogara, the Ovi of Ugeli, that before they will enter that throne, they must first of all come to pay visit to the Oba of Benin. That coronation automatically proved to us that the Benin is not to the Urhobos. If an Ovi Let me give an example of what I was talking about. I talked about the Ovio of Ugeli. I talked about the Ovio of Ogara. I also talked about the Oroji of Okbe. That these three Jukes, they will first of all have to pay visit to the Oba of Benin before they will occupy the throne. For example, the Ovio of Ugeli spent some time in Benin before his title was subsequently ratified by the Oba of Benin. That occurred in 1953. The Ovio of Ugeli. And Ugeli is one of the clans in Urohbo land. Then we have the Oroji of Okpe. Okpe is also another Urohbo clan, where he has to obtain a traditional ceremony sword from the Oba of Benin. That also proves that the Benin is similar to the Urohbo. Then likewise, the Ovio of Ogara. The Ovio of Ogara also have to obtain a traditional ceremonial sword from the Oba of Benin. Through coronation, we have been able to debunk the lies of Mike that the Urohbo is similar to the Benin. That is not true. The Benin is similar to the Urohbo. And we also look at the etymology. We also look at the coronation. If you look at most of those places that form up the Urohbo clan today, the people there, they are all the earlier settlers migrated from Benin. They migrated from Benin. They left Benin. Not only in Udo, even in Benin City, they started founding settlement. If you look at the reason why we say Benin, Edo, or Dion, was that the original home of these people today is traceable to places that falls under Edo State. Like in the olden days when we have Bende State, where we are operating Bende State, the Oba of Benin was the head. The Oba of Benin was the head. The Oba of Benin was even senior to the Ovio of Wari. The Oba of Benin was senior to the Ovio of Ugeli, the Oroji of Okpe, the Ovio of Ogara. Oba of Benin senior all of them. The Oba of Benin was when we're having Bende State, the head of the Bende State traditional institution was the Oba of Benin. That is another point to not debunk. Because what we're trying to do is that we are entering the history of the Urohbo people in order to ascertain if really Urohbo is similar to Benin. That is what that the Mike has been doing. But today we are able to prove him wrong. Then another thing I also want to look into is also the Oba Godo, Oba area, Ogiso area, Ogiso Oba Godo. He also said that the Benin should come and tell them the meaning of these words in Benin. I watched his live video yesterday. He said the Benin should come and tell him the meaning of Oba Godo, the meaning of Ogiso area in Benin. So in my next class, I will also debunk him.
He even said that those names were not Edo names. When we look at those ancient names, they always, just like one Epa was explaining to him, that those names, they are tied to deities. Names mostly they are being derived from deities and the gods. Even up to today, some where you see some Edo name, you not go even know whether an Edo word. Because those are ancient names.
Yes, the real Benin words, Benin names. They are ancient, yes. Yes, you are right. If you watch
Kabaka now, Kabaka as a name, do we know the meaning now? We don't know the meaning. Just that only Kabaka, and I'm just trying to make an example. That name, Kabaka, is a Benin name, but me, I don't know the meaning. Because it's an ancient name.
Listen, brother, even as a Chima, from historical research, we discovered that Chima was, it is Eima, it was connected to Chima.
Yeah.
They connected it to Chima. It is Eima, Ehima. They connected it to Chima. So there are so many things we're going to be looking at. Even like, even there is a book I read on the kingship of the Igbo land. The kingship in Igbo land was borrowed from one of the Benin. I also have it there. So we're going to be looking at all these things. We need to be saying these things out. They will be quoting the source, so that when we are old and we have lived long and gone, our children can continue from there. Yeah. But what I see a situation where people are trying to distort the history of the Benin because they discover that there's no way you talk about any tribe in Nigeria that you don't mention to the Benin, especially the one in the Niger Delta. They must make reference to Benin, and that Benin will always be Odion.
Omagi and I, where do is Siagmo?
Yeah,
If
man.
you really want to dig into history, you will be surprised how this whole word is even be founded. Because I don't get me.
Also,
Where do I see
yeah, something happened.
But my brother-in-law will water me. And then I to explain to him the meanings of the names of.
No, don't need. Make I go
You
find.
understand? All of them, they are Edo names.
Exactly.
You not even reach where you go to save it until you explain to them.
Mama, me want talk one
For
thing.
me,
The name
me, for
Olorogu. Do you know that the Yoruba people also have the name Olorogu as a title in their land? But we have never come out to tell the Yoruba people, come and tell us the meaning of Olorogu, because the Yoruba also use the word in their land. We have never said that.
And again, they say Ogiso na not be only Oba again. They say Ogiso still come from Yoruba.
Now,
That's what I overheard them saying the other day.
Yoruba, they give Yoruba hand to distort their own history, but they don't.
That's why may we not allow anybody to say they want to promote Edo or they want to talk about Edo history any longer. Because they must surely, say that supremacy, that thing will not belong to them. That thing will they not be. Once they don't try to defeat their history into your own, now that supremacy, whether they claim, that marginalization, whether they claim, neither they claim neither they go come like to they put them in. That's why they freak me. When anybody say they want to support Edo, they want promote Edo, get place. Make everybody they promote.
Don't say they want united.
Everybody talk about it.
Make our name Jordan and stupid tribe.
Let me take us the one about this show.
That's why one honey, yeah, one me not talk about Eva no ma. Yeah, what be are you way. Me only me as me at this so I go feel promote my place. You understand? I don't need you as an outsider. Message trust on.
Yeah, they look all of the outsider like strangers.
Because there's no way we can't do ya more
a stranger to me.
If you know what the he where do I have where on your he. Oh, never gonna do it back very on it. Out of the names that the Mwagari Ayoni, ye was who over door.
Me never see you there's a person where they bear name like Idu Bowa, Idu Bo, Idu Ayekeme. No, only Benin now they bear those names. So now they are not my money greeting the money slide do. I never see Urohbo how they greet slide do. Una not a shame.
Royal Satimojane. Waiting me, I decided. My own stand is that if you say your people are related to Benin, if I never see you now from the revered palace of Benin Kingdom, as other people they go, even up to the ancient, the Benin descendants, you go see their kings or dukes, whoever is watching over them from the palace. Then me, I not get their time again. If I never see your people in the revered palace of Benin Kingdom, say truly, the palace can say yes, so una relate to Benin. For me, you are not from Benin.
Exactly, Mama. Me, I see the Urohbo. They are more related to Yoruba than us. You know why they talk? Because this their crown. It speaks volume. How can Urohbo kings, all the 25 kings in Urohbo land, are wearing the same crown with the Yoruba kings? Only that one alone and I go be.
Yes, sir.
Go to Google, type Urohbo kings, and also go to Google, type the Yoruba kings. You will see that the Yoruba kings and the Urohbo kings, you cannot even differentiate them from their crown. You cannot.
Hold on first. Make everybody there their day. If you want to say, or you want me to understand, say truly, you are from Benin. Let me hear it from the revered palace of Benin Kingdom. Otherwise, may they just forget and you not come from Benin. Everybody there their day. Some dukes, some kings, they go to the palace. From there, they say, they know our people. People where we come from the same Benin together. Otherwise, I never see whether the duke or king go from the palace. Where I understand truly say, una also come from the ancient Benin. I know they believe anybody. I know they believe. Make everybody just day their day. If you want me to believe, go to the palace. So now that one I stand put to. Because
I
whereby
did
people
one-
not
I did one word.
now, you
I
don't
will
go
talk
call
to-
the see
we'll
who
talk
go
on
kill
WhatsApp,
them,
yeah?
say na me be senior, na me be junior. I beg, may they carry their wahala they go. We are those. Benin is our home. Right from time immemorial, right from the beginning. So if you say you are also from Benin, let me hear you saying that from the palace of Benin. That's the only way I can believe you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for your contribution.
Hello?
Let's listen to.
I can contribute.
Please, before you contribute, you have to introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, Mr. Alowosa, I mean, I don't pay from Benin.
Thank you. So, what's your contribution, sir? Let us hear from you.
The contribution is that what I want to support what Mama Mila is talking about, because this issue, we know that the history, we are all related or whatever. You know, not to drag this thing so long, even if they are saying what they are saying.
What are we dragging?
No, it's not we, it's not we, them, it's not we, it's not we, it's not we. I'm talking them, you know, they are dragging themselves. What I want to say is that the first step, because there's two elements those people are using. That two elements that they want to use to attach to the Benin is Idu and Igodomigodu. We're supposed to be telling them they are not.
Listen. They are not attaching it. It is history. They are not attaching it. That's what history says.
We know. My brother, let me just. It's just my contribution. Then you can
respond. Let us know. People are listening to you.
Okay. To me, from my own perspective, I'm saying. From my own opinion, I know it's history. If they know the history, why are they not using the same document you are reading from to state the correct history? Why are they not using the same document? They know that document you are reading from is existing. Why are they not using that beautiful document to narrate their own history as a good progress to the Benin history? Why are they talking the opposite side? The moment they are talking the opposite side, the moment they are talking the opposite side, there's a way you cut. What I want is that we cut them off. When we cut them off, they should be the one that is doing what you are doing now. They go and look for a book and be telling us how they are related to us. It's not we telling them. Wait, let me finish first. Let me finish. My opinion.
This is my platform. Okay, listen, you will talk. You cannot come and impose your decision on people. There are people.
No, I'm not imposing.
Okay, listen now. Why I control, man? I don't like. If you want to cut them off, you cut them off. There are people that want to listen. There are people that are gullible that will need to electing them. We need to electing them. That's how you people were saying, cut them off. At the end of the day, they get that momentum. That if not for people who came out, the monkey face and what have you, people would have believed them, including me. You have believed them. If you think that you want to stay away, you stay away. Those that want to fight, let them fight. Those that want to narrate, listen. There's something you said just now that we should cut them off. When they lie, I'm listening to you talk. I'm listening.
What I'm trying to say, you are taking me in the wrong way.
We cannot cut them off. If you want to stay
that cut them off. Listen to what I said. That cut them off. I'm talking about. This is history. Okay, this is history. This is history of A and history of B. And history of A1 is a very mighty, has a very mighty good history, good record, past record, and history is well documented chronologically with date and events. And there's another history B that is coming and telling you that doesn't have history and is now telling you that is greater. And it is good, okay, that is even greater, even trying to rub shoulder. Then, if what I mean that to them, I don't do debunk them or whatever, is that to not to give them that attention, like, oh, we have to tell them how we are related. It's like, for example, if you tell them, we know that we are related, but those set of people, we are not.
Okay, listen, if I drop you, because also when they do,
wait.
Why Shaman not bad do? Apa way that the mic, wa mahama we wa from me royal sasat. Even no sooner I guess soon. Okay, listen. Now there's something you said now. that something that is true, some people are coming to come and say otherwise. That is what they call distortion of history. What is true? Somebody has not come out to say otherwise. That thing that you narrated is what we call distortion of history. And when your history is distorted, what do you think we should do? They are distorting your history. You are saying that we shouldn't give them attention when we are trying to do the correction.
Let me talk from a very good perspective, you know. Distorting history or not distorting history, whatever. I know that this is still talk, but now they are distorting history. They are now distorting. But where you are referencing those your history for, you have the document. Is there? I think you are using your wait, and you have it. Wait. You have it.
It's okay.
But you have it. Wait. Let me finish now.
No, you listen to me. Don't I will drop you. You listen to me. Wasa me no bad na. Apa we that the mark where we mark man we do form association. Na no sunu na get sunu.
Drop it la wo la. Everybody have their opinion.
This is what you are doing is what Lizzie did before. I don't like it, eh? You cannot tell me to come and I should write them off. If you don't want to
I'm not controlling you your platform. I am just making my own submission.
And your submission is not
Mr. Logosa. Maybe later on you'll get
I don't want you to talk again. It's okay if I talk you. I don't want you to talk again. Wasam and Ogbedo. The people that provoked that the mic. What have you come out to do a video that people provoke him? Have you done a video on them?
Man say one time, my followers, man say, "Doctor, me I keep platform."
Okay, someone they do all these hypocrites are not like. You are coming.
You are not being hypocrite. I be direct person.
Now, I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. I want you to try to understand me. You are coming here to come and tell us that it is irrelevant and insignificant for us to come and say what somebody said is not true, that this is the correct thing. For people who do not have access to the genuine record, you are saying we should ignore them. That I'm not asking you now that have you done a video of people that provoke Mike? People provoke Mike. I know that people provoke Mike. The way Mike is doing it is not the correct way. The people that provoke Mike, have you done video to come out to say why sharing a Mike in another distorted history? But where now?
Bros, I beg, no verse. I want to ask you one question. No verse. You see, you use the word provoke. I want to ask you, person where they pay, propaganda person where they pay way to do job, to distort Benin history. You they thought say they provoke. Now, bros, you get the kind of video where I get, where you not get. If you think say they provoke NAC, that one I just lie. NAC is being paid. That one I confirm. Make I tell you something, bros.
Before Mike was being paid, what happened before Mike not collect money? What happened before Mike not decided people that Mike fought before is now when and dying with them, want to transpire?
Okay, fine. Bros, before then,
do you know that there was a video? I want to make a statement.
Nobody provoke him.
Okay, mommy.
Bros, if you allow me to talk,
I can tell you.
Okay, mommy. No, mommy, I will attend to you. When can I attend to other people? Last time we discussed. Mama, do you know that there's a video that Kenneth Obaraye did? There's a video that Kenneth Obaraye did where he described me as a commoner. You know there's a video he did to that. Kenneth Obaraye. He did a video where he described me as a commoner.
Oh.
Hello, ma.
Imami nene video because maybe a video
respond. There's a video that Kenneth Obaraye did where he placed my picture and he described me as a commoner. I didn't see anybody who came out to come and say, Kenneth, that's it that you did this wrong. Mommy, if you think I'm lying, go to Kenneth Obaraye wall, you'll see my picture there. Are you getting me now? I didn't see you people coming out to come and say, I didn't see people coming out to come and condemn him. Though I did not respond to him because what he said, I'm not a commoner. If you have to trace the history of the Benin, if you trace my history, you will know where I'm coming from. You understand? I'm a lover of history. You understand? I come from I come from Irui. In my village, that's what they call the place Ugyosa. That is where Queen Ija and Yesige come from. Go and make your research, your history. We are warriors. I come from that lineage. Ida and Yesige went to fight the Benin Ida war with the youth. Go and look at the history there. You are talking about the history of the Benin. If you don't mention where I come from, the history of the Benin is not correct. But Kenneth came to say I'm a commoner. Because I told Kenneth that Kenneth said the people who lived abroad are the one that is causing commotion between the Benin and the Asian people. That was what he said. And I said you should not say that in my platform. I dropped him. At the end of the day, he did a video where he was abusing me. But I didn't listen to him because somebody has already advised me that I should not abuse people. Mama, let me tell you one thing. Daddy Mike was a great arsenal to the history of the Great Benin Empire. I watched Daddy Mike video where he countered and debunked so many things that Mokife said. But today, that person today is now whining and dining with the people that he fought against. Do you know that thing that Kenneth Obaraye did? Me, I'm a strong arsenal. If not because I have integrity, I would have joined those people to come and destroy the history of the Benin. The people will not come saying that if you were here, I mean, no, knowing that some persons that we are supposed to come together as one to fight, they are the one that provoke me to not turn against the Benin. Because I can distort Benin history. Okay. Mommy, if you think I'm lying, go to Kenneth Obaraye platform. One minute, I will do another phone. Kenneth Obaraye, who type okay. And I'm here in a where this. Let me tell you one thing. Something transpired. I know that the way that they might behave, he didn't handle the situation where he allowed his annoyance to take over his thinking faculty. Me, I will not allow my annoyance to overshadow my thinking faculty. Some of us, we know they try. We behave, we do hypocrites. Where some people are your party, because they are your party, if they do something that is wrong, we will just look at it as if we would not see them. I don't join a kaba. Men they go that side where I will maybe our woman. Why do I come in the platform? You can't one. If not come here, maybe our woman. Now they tell me we should ignore them. We're trying to seek attention. I don't like it. I know since yesterday, I know many calls I have received of people telling me I should come up and do debunking of what that the mic is doing. And that is what I'm doing. I have that time, I have the energy. Now that at least for now, I'm a little bit free. How come and be telling me why someone not buy to why say that the mic cannot distort is to already? Why I form a royal sat? Why the position over there? Oh, yeah, swing. Why I bring out the why la platform man? My man waje. Now you come here, I know you invite them now. Do you know the messages that people have been sending me on my DM that you talk about what that the mic is doing?
Even this coronation aspect you just talked about now already debunk all his fallacies. Now, where I explain about because Memagu.
Like the issue of what Royal Tabana, Idamio, honestly, Royal, like in because in Eminoro Mediana, in Akunoma, Ema control in Arueje. What Royal said just now is a very good point, but dressing is not a major criteria for describing the tribes to which someone belongs to. We can use etymology. We can use the name of places. We can use coronation. Coronation is a very viable tool that you can use to describe the superiority of a tribe over the other.
Exactly. If the obvious of Urohbo have been crowned by the Oba of Benin, that yes, already that all their lies.
That is it. It's a very simple topic. Have you ever asked yourself why Mike can't change? A Mikey, a video, the live video, Mikey, no, not all debunk monkey face. In a surprise today now, they are now one and dying together. Some of the Benin people now they concern. Don't say that the Mike among one lie.
I try to reach him like I see how you say that that's
Let me tell you the facts. The facts.
I want to say something.
This, Madam Mila, excuse me. Mudane, 1 minute, Madam. Egui. The mic, I want to tell you, it's not the Edo people that caused it. You know these people, Mama, there's a woman, or a Francis, man. There's a woman who gives them money to destroy Benin history. It automatically make me go in. When I saw Nigo Bautiti. No, you go now where you go now for. But this morning we finish one of these days. I don't want to have anybody, no team, no magba, and no guy where maybe Erioje. A dog mouse alobo. That is what I believe. But if you are one of them, no do I change this struggle or a particular people. It's very, very wrong. Say it the way it is, or important to say. People will listen. People will listen. I so much love it. Who do get understand? If not telling all his life, who do debunk it? The debunk where you know. You let people know that if you and the mighty data is rubbish.
Yeah.
No. Why it no. We have to let them know that they were under us. They are our slaves right from time. Urohbo is just like this Romania JC. They move from Okmezayan stage. They go everywhere. If not this man Jonathan Bayelsa State, Urohbo, they live near close to water. They are GC of Nigeria. When they get Romania, they will put in Nigeria. They don't have a Sakoya stage. They stay in Hamlet.
Exactly.
Hamlet. I'm Urohbo. I'm here. They are gypsy. Now today, if anybody just come, do I not tell me, no, my brother is good. Sometimes, also, I don't normally me grow with these people. Why? And why low? How can you, if I tell a Facebook, I don't have form a sasata. They don't need them. Do you all let me do my own work? We have a tower. I form a group again, a group around the problem. Why do we not bad offer digby? As I do soon. My brother,
you know the money aspect, that one even comes last. That supremacy that they want to claim, that supremacy. Now that place is something they come from, because once they don't, they try to fit in waiting all day there from their people. So the supremacy will not come in. That's why you see them always talking about supremacy, because that supremacy they claim is from there. They go try to the fit in waiting all day there from their tribe.
Thank you, man. That is distorted. Yes.
No. So that's that.
I listen to what you said. Just that I'm not trying to force you over to lord you over them. I'm not saying I call one thing. When we know where you want to know, that's a very beautiful question. Yes. And I speak to you, you listen to me. Understand? Well, there are many people. I can where since few days me yare nania. A message is the I have followers who the man beginning. Where talk about it. Don't you see? People have sent me video. Maybe later I will send you some video on WhatsApp. You see what I'm talking about. Does it mean that you don't have you don't know about the history of these people? I will just ask even up to this morning. They won't make the swing life. My baby are going. We by always soon what the letter give you some. People are do you think I have that time to come and be making research? It's stressful to make research. It's able to come and it's able to eulogize and say, guy, thank you for a job well done. Somebody is telling me we should go there. I try to seek attention. What time is at least there are some things that you will have done. I've already done them. We are helping one another to make things easier. Like you, Nana, we are talking about the history of these some people, how they are related to Nupe. Yes, some people came from Nupe, it's true. But already the main people, or the main some people, they are from Benin. Something transpired. You already know. And in future, you can even recommend Christopher Belukoto Okoje to maybe your relatives or your grandchildren. Well, okay, go and read this book. When you read this book, one of my brother was the one that recommended this book. So that people will have something to read, to fall back on. There are some of our Benin people now, they have those books. They will not tell you the author. They will not tell you that of the book. They will hold it.
Yeah.
They will hold it. I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking from experience. Even when you tell them that you need those books, they will be as if they didn't hear what you have said. People will just get prepared. People have confidence. Like yesterday, I was watching, somebody was saying that it was Jacob Urohbo who said that the Benin people came from Ile-Ife. And that is not true. Jacob he said they migrated from Egypt. From Egypt, they find themselves in Ile-Ife. From Ile-Ife, which is Uhe, they now find themselves in the present day Benin. But I overheard yesterday, and somebody, that person...
I was talking about Kogi. Kogi Uhe. If
that was saying that is, yes, now Ile-Ife Uhe. Yes. But somebody was, if you go on president, he was forcing it on that guy. That Benin guy was trying to defend that the Benins are not from Ile-Ife. But you don't get evidence, you don't get weapons, you don't get books to take back up. In our platform, Lily. I was listening now. So I want to equip people with weapons, with books that they can read, so that they will know more and be able to defend the history of the Benin.
Exactly.
A time will come just now. A time will come. We will not have that time anymore. Let's not feel they read books as they read before again when you don't the old. So this free time you still have the strength to read books. You just read them, do this job, place it on net, so that people will know that there are books that you need to quote. The people distorting the history of the Benin, they are increasing. They are increasing. Are they not increasing? They are increasing. People distorting the history of the Benin, they are increasing. The Igbos are there, the Yorubas are there. Now, even the small Urohbo, one can see Jonah. Small Urohbo. Go and look at the man platform. Go and look at the viewers.
And small Urohbo, they don't know that relate to the Yoruba. If you are not related to Yoruba, why are the kings in Urohbo land wearing Yoruba crown?
Royal Sat, now make me fair ask. Because now make me fair ask a logo that question. Because me, I never hear say Urohbo and Benin relate. Until Lincoln explain now.
Yes, some are related. They don't have the choice to.
Some are from Ijaw, some are from Yoruba, some are from Benin. Go they put
because until now, me, I never hear say Urohbo come from Benin before.
Yes, from Udo. Some of them were even like Okpe, like places like Okpe, Abraka, Jesse.
Okpe people know they deny their identity, say that they from Benin.
You see so?
Okpe,
so if you watch her, if you watch her,
people they deny
just as some Esa people come from
Nupe, they are not
Urohbo. Just as some Esa people come from Nupe. Now so some of these people so now still come from all those Yoruba side.
Yeah, some Urohbo come from
okay. Exactly.
Come from Yoruba.
Yes, they still come, but mainly they still write out for those books.
Mainly not from Benin, some not from Ijaw, some not from Yoruba.
Yes, all those people, all those part of them will come from just as Nupe people can't join. Just as Nupe people can't join some people where really come from Benin. Now so some Yorubas also go join the Urohbo Shekiri, the job.
Okay, you see
yes, that's why they still join them. But primarily,
because I see the say some part of Shekiri come from Yoruba too. Some
yes,
people
yes, part of Shekiri come from Yoruba, mixture of Benin, Igala is Yoruba. The root of the Yoruba.
This Urohbo.
Urohbo not get one migration. Some come from
exactly.
Some come from Yoruba. Some come from Ijaw. A little bit now come from Ijaw, now small portion.
But basically, like Isoko and Urohbo now, they term them as Zobo.
Yeah,
so I will go give them those books, go look because it's an opportunity for us to tell you, Peter. When I give the sign in, I beg me like one. Woman, me, show me that I have one. So that since that
when you make a noise, you have to find Nayane.
Because Benin history
is
so true and authentic. We not let them know. Nobody can actually distort the history of Benin. These people, they just waste their time. They go by.
Now, if any Urohbo person they ask you question about, tell us why they are no they are king. They wear Yoruba crown. The only dia in the hole. Ask that first question. Why is your king, your view, wearing the Yoruba
king crown.
That one self. That one self. Now even minor point. The main point is the coronation. The main point is the coronation of the king. The duke. They are not king. They are duke. Over are dukes. Why is it that they have to pay homage to the Oba of Benin before they are big crown? That is coronation. You cannot compare coronation with dressing. Coronation is a
coronation is important, but crown still important a power. Crown are number one.
Now they tell you so now. The coronation that homage they pay.
Now number one.
Listen, not be crown.
All the place where believe.
Listen,
from their crown, you don't let me know say this one from.
No. That is not that one. That is not that one. That is culture. That is dressing. We're talking about the coronation, the homage they pay. Like when we talk, the reason why we are able to hold the Yoruba that Lagos Eko belongs to the Benin was the homage that they were paying to the Benin, to the Benin Oba. The dressing can change. Like what you said, I said the dressing change. If you look the real original dressing of the Urohbo people, it's different from what you are saying now. The dressing may change. That's why we say language and name. They are not the major criteria.
Why not change? They are all.
Listen, let me talk. If I'm talking, you listen to me.
They are all kind of like this, so I better go.
Let me explain. Language and name, they are not predominant criteria for describing whether a person belongs to a particular tribe. You understand? It is the blood ties, the kinship is more superior than language and dressing. That's what I want you people to know. Some of us now we are bearing English name. Does it mean that we are from British? No. We speak English. Does it mean that we are from Britain? No. But your blood ties, your forefathers, it is a stronger tie compared to language and dressing. That's what I'm trying to establish. That's why you see that when Uname is talking about you speak Igbo, you bear Igbo name, you say you are not Igbo, like the Ekwere people. Why you say you are not Igbo? You are bearing Igbo name. You are bearing you speak Igbo. You say you are not Igbo. They will say no, because why are they able? Because they are forefathers. The forefathers, the blood ties. So you cannot use language and name as a better criteria for describing whether a person belongs to a particular tribe. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay.
All this Aka, I never hear since when I see rich as at my age. So say the same Aka, na born Edo people. All the places we even have in Benin, you go see Dingun, winner. Where you don't see say Aka nenemi for the Aka where you even they talk about, you never know whether na him be the junior of the Peking. If I thought there's any Aka, whether na him be the center child or na him be the junior, you don't know anything. We have never heard anything about Aka. Say na him born this thing. Anything where make Benin. All of the day Benin, no one day Urohbo. You understand?
Even mommy
so, it's just that. Waiting they not be where they go want to they claim. Now there the whole story, now there the whole problem lies. Where that thing where they not be. Where they go want to claim for social media. You mean since decades, since the existence of Benin, nobody can't know anything apart from you now. In this social media era, now you go contact your forefathers. How Benin day, how Benin start. So all this thing is alarming.
Even mommy
before the money aspect where they go come they pay them.
Mommy me herself. Even apart from Aka, Efa, Maya, what have you, even the Paidu self, who was the father of those three sons, is a Benin man. There are evidences to prove that Paidu was a Benin man.
The body no Belakana.
Thank you. But again, am I wrong? Okay, look, people are watching us now. We have
before Paidu self, though Benin have been existing for hundreds thousands of years.
Centuries, yes.
And during that time of Paidu self, there was nothing like a primogeniture system. No. If I thought the Aka you are talking about, where we never know whether na junior, if there was even anything like that. You understand? Your forefathers would have said that.
The guy did a video now. I made video always do what Ladiana. I watched that video when that the man came out now. He said, listen, that how the robots is known to the Benin, that it is the Benin historian that says so. Maybe your video
those are just young historians.
Okay.
You wouldn't expect him to say that everything they go know. The thing is that they just want to fit into a place they don't belong to. Before they go, they pay them join. You know the fear. Now you go come carry the talk. Say senior your head. All these things they are provoking. More they take. If not me, Biologos and now where they tell me say some part of you come from Benin. Me, I never hear her say Urohbo and Benin relate. If not be Biologos and now, me I don't go believe. Because even when growing up, now they try to explain to her. I grew up with Urohbo people. My parents never told me we were related. They just stayed in our house for so many years. We grew up together, not only Urohbo. They get other people for our house that time. For years we were together. My parents, we were just neighbors, friends. Nobody ever told me, say Urohbo relate to Benin.
Kakabo history all the time. I'm surprised now. Even this year, Urohbo Wajo, they never sunu. Nyana te Urohbo Wajo. I have the documentary now. Why the Urobos are sometimes
you know why is in Shekiri now? Somebody wrote we are related by. Yes, Ginuwa is the son of Obaolua.
Yes,
the first Olu of Shekiri. We know that part of it because even when I was trying to explain to him, several times Olu of Ori, this recent one, to Ashe, he has been to the palace. Let me tell us, me I never see Urohbo King. Apart from where Logos had explained us so. Because anybody when me I not see from the palace of Benin, me I not go feel say you come from there. That's why some part of the Shekiri people, I can boldly say that they relate to Benin because I saw the brother of Shekiri several times in the River Palace of Benin Kingdom. So that kind of thing, me I could see just use hand not textbook. So that's that. I don't understand.
Mama, they relate to Ibu Isoko Ijo.
Yes, nah.
Kakabonia.
And when until that you lose the throne, when anyone not the throne, no matter Mario Viedo, I'm Mune. Oh, by Masia Guadomune. Janaga, you buy your Kerudo. When you're problem, Matonia with the title. When you're anyone or you title or hear what you do. That is how they do it. Yeah. The
other day when I hear from them, they don't say, oh, Giso still come from Yoruba, not be Yoruba again. Because these people, they will just keep on provoking people. Anyhow, the provocation is just too much. Can't you provoke waiting to concern you of Benin known worldwide. Known worldwide. History that have been there since decades. Now you small Peking. Go say from the beginning, the history of Benin known worldwide that have been there since decades. You small Peking jobless thing. You go just on social media. Come they talk with you don't know. Come they talk with you don't know because you are jobless. Come they do a show pra for social media instead of you to go find job. Waiting carry you come abroad. Not be that why you go come there again. You come talk history where don't they? Where they never even born your forefathers. Where you don't know anything about. You no good, eh? You no good.
For me, I will never relent. People don't saying no, they are denying no video. So I will be responding to them. Those are
and then my brother, instead where they go come they talk with you, they don't know. Why don't you take a camera to that your king? go ask her whether na you senior Benin or not.
If
you don't even want to go to the palace, wouldn't it have been better? You carry your camera, that your king where you say they your place. You go there, go ask her. Who senior each other? Benin senior you. Una come from Benin at all. Now you senior Benin. That would be faster. It would be better. You go ask from your king.
The people's TV.
But they finish for king. Full on social media now.
People's TV. This issue of there's a guy they call coming soon. Coming soon. When somebody invited me to come and do a little history on the Esan people, the guy was telling me that the Benin came to invade and conquered Esan. That Esan was on his own. Esan is not from Benin. That what happened was that the Benin people came to invade and conquer Esan land. And I told him, no, that is not true.
That is just the real fact. I story now. I can't man again. No, but when they say I pay do it. We know everything about those. Those are old stories. Okay, you understand? Inside them struck money ata. This thing is ata. They don't have history. Only there is struck money every time. I don't concern the son. O ma gbere mu gbabore mi ni agbe ni we to obo Yohana mi re ba ti e gbegede. Ya do sun agbe gbe kuni ni agbe. That is the only history they will tell us. I don't think they have other history. And then they have a strong ma gbere na Igwe Beje. How they reside in that place. They are the warrior from Benin. I don't know how they come. How they even see I can still tell you people the story. They were fighting for that. They now went to the palace of Oba of Benin to know the senior among them. Irua king was the last king to come. Enogiro myoga atawi odion. Ekeno ogiro aire. Enogiro enogiro akeke onogu romi no we odion amwe amene no onogiro a no yakpobo oyina yo beva kpobo wa meni. Iya iri efe no eba wala kamia we ohin ebu egbe. Aya mo kage sane enogiro a. Giro aka okage sane. That is just the story. This story in Niamey. We know everything about the Asian people. The Niamey story, I made a tell story in Niamey. That is how it happened.
So, just look at the whole of Wikipedia now. Okoso Ebodari, he don't go right how he shall take on from the moon, from from ghosts and every other thing. But still, they will not leave Benin alone. Since you now have history, where you go right for Wikipedia now, where consign a knock, consign ghost, why don't you face that your ghost history now? Because